Hey everyone, I'm Kyle Goethe from GoatFilmReviews.com, and you're at the Goat Film Reviews YouTube channel. So interesting news revealed today or recently that Joe Dante, director of the original Gremlins and Gremlins 2, the new batch, will be a consultant on the new animated prequel series Gremlins Secrets of the Mogwai. I was a huge fan of the original 1984 classic. I actually think Gremlins 2, the new batch, is one of the greatest sequels ever made. So I'm a huge fan of that film. As far as like the animated prequel thing goes, I'm a little bit trepidatious. I am not a huge fan of when things are taken from a live action route to an animated route or vice versa. I kind of just, stay in your lanes that you've got here with this. But I'm interested overall. I would like to see what happens with the franchise. I just very much would prefer a live action sequel, continuation of the story. In the world of branching out and getting different IPs, I think why wouldn't you want to make another film with this? Warner Brothers has the rights. They want to do something for HBO Max. That's great. Just put a film on there. But they were presented with an interesting idea, a prequel animated series. The series itself will be set in China in the 20s, following Sam Wing, who will eventually become Mr. Wing in the 1984 film, as he and Gizmo take on some different adventures and learn a little bit about themselves. For me personally, there is something cool about the mythology of the Mogwai getting expanded here, especially knowing that Gizmo has been around for 60-some years by the time we see him in the 1984 film. That's really interesting to me, as well as the fact that in the world of Baby Yodas, we have maybe some expanded mythology for these creatures too, because we know the definite rules, no feeding after midnight, no getting wet, those kinds of things. But in my mind, it's like, well, how did Sam learn those things to be able to teach our main character in 1984's film? So that's kind of interesting to me too. I'm hoping that the overall scope of it is kind of in line with maybe the darkness of the original film or kind of the zaniness of the second one. I'm just worried that we might kind of skew ourselves towards more childlike fare, I guess, with the animated prequel series. But overall, I'm interested in it. I like the fact that Joe Dante is working on it. I don't know how much of a hand he had in crafting the story for the original film, but I do like Joe Dante. He's a very great storyteller, so having him help out in any capacity is only going to help out this property. I just wonder if it's something that's going to bring people to HBO Max. I personally, I'm going to have to get all these different streaming services to catch up with these shows so I can talk to you guys about them. But I don't know that Secrets of the Mogwai, were I just a passerby, would it bring me into this streaming service in this war that we have? Overall, though, with it coming in 2021, I'm more interested in it now with Joe Dante working on it than I ever have been before. And I want to know your guys' thoughts. Comment below. Are you excited about this series at all? Or do you kind of think they should take the live action route? Does Joe Dante's edition mean anything to you at all, or do you not really care? Let me know before. Drop on comments down below. Like the video if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more content like this. You can find all my different reviews on GoatFilmReviews.com. And you can also check out my other YouTube show, Kyle and Nick on Film, where myself and Nick Palatichuk spend an episode talking about various different films. We go from the classics like Blade Runner all the way to the newer films like Birds of Prey. So join us on there, and thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks.